Today I decided to get out of the office for a little bit, so to speak. The idea is I wanted to be somewhere quiet, so I didn't run the 3 motors. Instead, I just gently trolled along using my Bixby. I really just wanted to get out someplace where I could work undistracted. But of course you're out on a boat, so I couldn't help but do a little fishing first. Making videos for YouTube is like being a writer, and writers will do all kinds of things to look for inspiration. Oftentimes in the past, when I'm looking for creativity, a muse if you will, I have found that there's nothing better than actually getting out there onto the water. Although this speckled sea trout was big enough legally to take home for dinner, I still remembered, barely, that I was out here to do some work. Although it quickly became evident that the main objective for today was going to be fishing. I've been out here on the X3 for a while now fishing. I think it's time to go take a break somewhere on an island. Well, I cruised around for quite a while looking for a suitable spot, but a tropical storm had recently deposited a lot of junk onto these beaches. Plus I wanted some place with a little sun exposure. And I wanted to prove to myself that I could actually use it as an office. Anyways, I finally found this spot here, which would do, I guess, despite all the junk on the beach, both from nature and from man. As usual, I did my part and I cleaned up a little bit first, and then I proceeded to set up my remote office. Again, I was doing this as a proof of concept to see if I could actually take my job wherever I wanted to, which meant bringing a laptop and having power accessible. Well, unfortunately, all this fancy stuff didn't exactly make the creative rivers flow. So I saw an opportunity to at least talk about some of this fancy equipment, some of which I've grown very fond of. Well, what do you say, guys? How do you like my office? I decided I was going to pull over and check some emails, maybe do a little editing, and I've got a fan that I can turn on and shade and charging my phone. But the solar panel is charging the power pack and it's running the laptop. I think I could do this indefinitely. As long as the sun were out, I wouldn't even use any of the power that's stored inside this thing. It's quite an amazing setup. And I have a Wi-Fi hotspot on my phone, so I have internet, I can check emails, I've got energy, I can charge batteries. This little setup right here is pretty amazing. So I'll go over some of the little things that you can do with this unit. First, let me respond back to this group chat here. Who knows, someday I might actually try to run a trolling motor with this power pack. Maybe push one of my Pelican kayaks around, and I might even try to harness the sun while I'm doing it. So here's the solar panel. It has wires that are attached to the inside of it. So you open the pouch, plug it in, and then open it up so that you have power soaking into the panel. Over here, you got a bunch of different places. This is where the input is. It shows that I'm making 62, 63 watts of power getting pumped in here. I'm at 99%. Shows USB is on. Now USB should be pulling a few watts to power my phone. And I have a car adapter here for the fan. This little thing even oscillates. Imagine if you were doing some stealth camping and you had this in the car with you. You'd be able to get through the night pretty much without sweating. Here's USB connectors into which I can put my GoPro batteries. I actually have them with me. So I can plug them in, and it's got a USB-C and 2 outlets. And these are pure sine wave, which means you can use it for your electronics and it won't mess anything up. It also has a light on it, which, yeah, that thing is real bright at night. So it's kind of like the thing that Galadriel gave to Frodo, you know, to be a light when all other lights go out. Sorry, Didn't mean to geek out on you there for a second, but this is kind of geeky. And yeah, this is quite the setup. And I have a tendency to overdo things sometimes when you could be simple. Case in point. However, I do believe that life is sometimes about access and about having fun. So I'm having fun right now, and you can't beat this setting. It's quiet. I've gotten away from it all. And if I see fish jumping, all I gotta do is wait out a little while. Oh boy, maybe catch one of those fishes. So if you guys have questions about this particular EBL power pack, feel free to leave me questions about it. I'll try to get back to you as best as I can in the comments. And in the meantime, make sure, like I've said in the past, that you are prepared for this hurricane season, which we are now officially in. All right, I will see you guys later. Well, it became evident that with all the distractions, I wasn't really going to get any editing done. And as I packed up and headed out, I realized the dolphin had chased all the fish away, but at least I had my electronics to play with. And this boat was chock full of fun electric toys to play with. I would like to say thank you to all the people that have hooked me up in the past, not just EBL, but Pelican Kayaks and Coleman, Bixby, and all the folks out there that make cool stuff that I like to play with. Including you guys watching, without whom I wouldn't be having near as much fun as I do now. Thank you, I do really appreciate you. I'll end this video now with just some gentle moments of me out here enjoying some time away from the office. Today, life is good.